So I'm going to make parathas from the dough that we had prepared earlier. You take this whole dough and divide it into smaller balls. So maybe this much would be sufficient. And I already have made a ball. I have some dry flour which I will be using to roll the chapatis or parathas, whatever you wish. And I'm going to make very simple paratha that if you can roll around, that's fine. Otherwise, this is also good. And I have heated this a little bit. This is a tawa. We will put it a little thicker because it is a paratha. So when it comes to a paratha, we will make it slightly thicker than a regular chapati because it needs to cook in that particular fashion. And we wait for this to get a little cooked on one side before turning it. Meanwhile, you can continue to roll your other chapati. And you see that this will be hot. I'm just used to it, so you can be careful when you do this. Turn it around. There's little brown spots on this, which means that one side is cooked. Now we have this clarified butter, which is ghee basically. You put it all around on this, on the top side. I've reduced the flame a little bit because it's becoming pretty hot. And then a little bit on the other side. Now with this, you can use any tool that you might have. I have this, which is easier. And then just turn it around. And you just wait for it to get a little cooked on both the sides. So this is still a little uncooked. I just like to have it a little more brown. This one is already done, so I shall let it be here, and meanwhile I'll start preparing for my third paratha. And this is done, so you can see it's brown from this side and it's a little brown from this side, so it is done. The trick for this is basically to cook it before you turn it around. It needs the second side should cook a little more. So this is slightly uncooked a little, but the other side needs to cook a little more. Then you can get it a little better puffy. So this side there are no brown spots yet, but on the other side you can see there are a little bit of brown spots. And now I will put a little bit of ghee on this side and on the bottom of it. So if you are able to cook the first side less than the second one, then it does puff up like this one did. And when it is puffing up, that means it's cooking with hot air inside. And then it'll be done. Generally 3 would be a very good enough quantity, unless you're really hungry. And because there is dal in it, so it has protein as well as carbohydrate. So it is pretty wholesome because it has a lot of food groups in it. It's got carbohydrates, protein, fat, and because I have put greens in it and all kinds of spices in it, it also has the other elements a little bit. So this is done. Enjoy your meal.